and I'm curious your thoughts. Do either of you think real estate agents are going to become obsolete? What are your thoughts on that?
No, I don't think so. I think, yes, we're going to see an increase in flat rate listing type of stuff. And, you had direct home buyers such as, Zillow and some other ones buying directly. But there's never going to be a replacement for relationships. I mean, and real estate is a relationship business. At the end of the day, it's about helping people solve their problems. And I mean, if you're a real estate agent, you can relate to this, that sometimes you're a counselor on the other side of the phone, just listening to your buyers or your sellers' problems. I don't ever see a replacement for that with just an app or just a digital solution for it. I think real estate agents will need to evolve and adapt, but I don't ever see that profession going away. Maybe as we know it currently, but it'll evolve into something differently. So as long as you're staying up on it and willing to change and adapt, that's where you'll be able to thrive.
Yeah, I agree. I think realtors, just like anybody that you have on your team, is a form of leverage. So they're basically giving you back time to do what you want to do, so that you're using them as leverage. And if you get the right realtor that's helping you, they can make you a multimillionaire, because they have a job to do. They're part of your team. They are helping you achieve your goal. Now, if you communicate that with them, and if you set up the proper expectations, and you are on the team and they know where you're going with your vision and your goal, then you probably have a better chance. If you just don't talk to them, don't communicate them, and just treat them like they are just somebody who doesn't matter, probably not going to help you. I think that the form of leverage of what a realtor does is, I look at it the same thing as like a taxi and Uber. You still need public transportation. I think the face of it may change. And just like you said, Jeremy, I think they need to evolve. What that evolution looks like, I don't know. I think that form of leverage of using someone to help you find properties will always be there. The ones, if you look back in the old days when they didn't even have the MLS service, that has evolved. I think it's a constant evolving. It's a constant changing. And the ones that change and the ones that are up on technology, I think will survive, because they provide a very good service, and they provide a very valuable tool of leverage in giving you back time, which, look, at the end of the day, we don't get 25 hours, right? We all, whether you're broke, poor, happy, sad, fat, or skinny, you get 24 hours in a day like everybody else. So the question is how do you outsource and leverage your time so that you can say, what am I good at? What am I bad at? What makes me the most money per minute? And what should I and should I not be doing as the CEO of my business? And I think a lot of times people have a hard time understanding that whether you're flipping properties, owning rentals, whatever it is, you own a business and you're the CEO of that business. And the CEO does not do all of these things that you're thinking, because you may think you're saving money, but you're really not, because the opportunity cost of what you're not doing is really what you should be looking at. And I think, I'm assuming you think the same way, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're doing anything that you're doing that's worth less than your maximum dollar per hour, your highest and best use of your time, like highest and best use of real estate of a lot, I mean, then you're literally sacrificing that difference, and you should be outsourcing it. And maybe if you can't do it at this particular moment, that should be high up on your list of to-dos as soon as you can implement that. But usually there's a way to implement that if you get creative, even before you think you can. And that's really the way that I look at kind of growth and making decisions in two ways. It's either going to be, okay, you finally did that, like it's about time, or you're ahead of the curve and wow, you're doing that already. So it's like, it's very, very rare that something happens at the exact perfect time. So if you can be that in that more of your decisions based in that, wow, you're doing that already phase, then you're going to push and accelerate your growth forward. Even though it's uncomfortable, it's going to slide it in that direction.
Yeah. And I remember talking to a mentor one time. I'll never forget this. And